What's up, guys? I'm Christian.
I'm Maci, and this is Nyla.
And we travel in our 2006 Mercedes Sprinter van. We've been traveling on and off for about 2 years.
So we have a lot of storage, actually. We have 2 cabinets up here, which is basically where we just put our food and everything. So we have our stove right here. It's run off of propane. We have a propane tank in the back. This is our sink. It's a black quartz sink. Nothing special. We got it off of Amazon. All right, so we also have this backsplash, which I like the backsplash a lot. Before we had tile. It wasn't real tile. It was fake tile. The little sticky stuff that you put on, and it wasn't good in our van. Like every time we moved, it would like come off and slide, and eventually the tile was all the way across, and then it ended up being all the way down here. So we took that off, put some wallpaper on, and it looks good. We have 2 7-gallon water jugs, not as much as most people, and ours is stored inside rather than outside. We have a really small refrigerator. It's small. We stuff everything in here, and we have to go shopping like every other day. The trials of van life, honestly, but there's a lot of freedom in it, so it's okay. There's a lot of places in the van that had like gaps. Right here on the front, there's like a big gap, so we put like rope accents everywhere to like fill the gaps all throughout the van. I saw someone on YouTube that was making like rope accents on handles and everything, and I just used her idea. I don't know who she is, but I used her idea. They're not as well put together, but I kind of DIY'd it. So I just put some glue on it, wrapped them around, put them around a lot of other areas that had holes. Yeah. And then we just put them here as accents to make it fill the space a little bit. We have enough storage now, but we didn't used to have a lot of storage. So now we added cabinets here, on the sides, on the left area over here. We added a lot of storage here. So we don't just put food in the kitchen area. We also have kitchen storage over here in what I call like Nyla's area. So yeah, it's good now. But like I said, it didn't used to be. And we added this right here. This is where our propane used to be stored. But now it's like all our breads and grains and everything. And that helps a lot because bread takes up a lot of space in a van, like especially those big rolls. But yeah, so we have a lot of storage now, but before we didn't. It's very important to have a lot of storage in these things because it can be difficult. I feel like a lot of people don't save room for storage, but I think it's very essential, honestly. On the side, we have like an extension that Christian put on to add to the counter space, and I think that's my favorite part of the kitchen because with just this right here, it's not enough. Honestly, with just this, I would have to use a lot of the couch. I would have to make this my counter space, which is fine. I mean, it's okay, but the extra space is very essential to me. And we can eat from outside as well. We can just stand out there, and it like helps because if you're sitting in the swivel seat, you can just pull that up, and then you can just eat right there. It just adds a lot of extra space. So we have 2 drawers underneath that slide out. One holds, honestly, Christian's tools. I don't know why they're in the kitchen. But one holds Christian's tools, and the other one is plates and smell good stuff. So those are underneath. They slide out. The drawers are on soft close drawer slides, and that helps a lot and they're on like magnets as well. Because before you drive and they're just popping out constantly. So that helps a lot. Some of them still do, honestly, because we store too much in them. So the reason why we decided to get this van and go tiny is because we were living in LA, paying $2,000 a month for rent, and I feel like we were sort of growing apart because of it, and we were like, the lifestyle of living day to day just to survive was basically, the rat race was basically kind of destroying our like freedom. Like we didn't have any freedom. We were just working all the time, coming home, hi, bye. It wasn't enough. And so we I started seeing buses all the time in my hometown. I would see a bus on the side of the road and I was like, I think someone's living in there. I would see YouTube videos of buses and all this stuff. And I was like, maybe this is a thing. So I kind of brought the idea to Christian. I was like, maybe we should get a bus. And he was like, what? He was kind of like off put by it for a little while. But then after the situation in LA escalated, it was like, maybe we should. So we got a 40-foot school bus. It was too big. We downsized and we had a minivan. Christian's mom had a minivan, and she allowed us to have this minivan, thankfully. And so we were like, let's just try traveling in this minivan. And we came to Florida, and we traveled in this minivan for I don't know how many months, and it was like the best time of our lives. And we were so close afterwards, and we like, I don't know, it changed everything. So eventually we got here. We got a bigger van, and now this is where we are, and we love it. So here we have what I usually call Nyla's area, which is our daughter. So when you first come in, this is like what you see. This is our Hava sign. It's our last name. It means love. So this is the love van. Welcome to the love van. So here is basically where Nyla sits. This is her car seat. Ellie Elefante is in there right now. That's her bear. Well, elephant. We have storage here. This storage cabinet is just for her clothes. She doesn't need much. She's small for now. Over here we have more food, junk food. This is our junk food cabinet. We also have like a camera here so we could look at Nyla in the front when we're driving. And that's really helpful because in most cars, you can see the baby, but because we have this huge space, we can't really see her otherwise. So we have this like tucked away. We changed a lot of things before. This whole area used to be a bathroom. And now we took it all out because the bathroom was really difficult for us in the van. Honestly, it stunk. We had a composting toilet, but we didn't really know how to use it properly. So we just gutted everything out. And now we have a makeshift toilet, which is basically like there's two hooks on the inside. And you hook a bucket or a bag and you add natural ingredients, sawdust, wood chips, whatever. You put it in there, goes to the bathroom, dump it out. And there we have all of our solar. We have recycling, trash, extra storage. We have also more storage in these two drawers right here. Storage is really important in these spaces, so we have a lot of it. Here we have our closet area. This is our only mirror. It works for us for now, but we have our closet right here. There's two storage bins up here. One's mine, one's Christian. We have space for our essentials, our socks, hanging up stuff. There's not much to put into that, but it's just a closet. The back area is elevated, and basically under here, we did that so that under here we can have a lot of storage. So this whole back area is storage. It's split in half right here. The back part is access from the trunk, and that is our like adventure gear, scooters, whatever we want to have back there, bike type stuff. And in the front, we have like our indoor storage, laundry. There's a projector that goes right here and it pans onto this wall. Whenever we want to have family movie night or anything, we just watch movies right there. And we got this couch from Ikea on sale. I don't think it's on sale anymore. Everyone has this couch now. But if you go to Ikea, it's probably still there. And basically, it comes all the way out and pulls up. And then from here, we basically put our sheets on and everything, and this whole back area just becomes our bedroom. So in the daytime, it's a living room area. In the nighttime, it's our bed. Christian puts he bought these magnets, and he got pictures of his family and events that are memorable to him, and he puts them right here on his side of the bed. So when he's sleeping and we're traveling, he has pictures of his mom and his brother, and his family. It's actually really nice. It's really cute. But we also have these fans. I forgot to mention that. And Christian got these. I don't know where he got them from, but look at this. You see this? This is wild. Look how far it comes out. So yeah. And it's on both sides. Like, that's his side. And then this is my side. I mean, if I wanted to, they can almost kiss.
Just like a lot of people in this community, you make plans and you realize they don't really matter too much anyway. So we plan to travel like this until we find a better way of life. And we're currently searching for land. So we'd like to get some land and grow our own food. I think that's the way in which we see a lot of people moving, because we want to be directly involved with the production of our food and our lifestyle, and not really have to depend on anybody else. So for a living, Maci is a beautiful stay-at-home mom with little Nyla right here. Now she does create art, and we have a YouTube channel. It's called Ahava Life, and we make consistent videos on that channel, so that's something she stays busy with. I kind of am hands-off with editing until it's time to do my part and do some voiceovers and things like that. I've actually built one van professionally. Did that this past summer. So if anybody out there is interested in a nice rig that looks like this, let me know. We might be able to work something out. But while I'm traveling, while we're on the road, I use an app called TaskRabbit, and it's available in every major city in the country, and I provide handyman services in various cities wherever we travel. What's up, guys? Welcome to the exterior of the van. First thing I want to talk about are the small modifications that I made. Like I said, this is a 2006 Sprinter. Originally, the headlights don't quite come as nice as this, so I've made some modifications to install these HID headlights, and also blacked out this Mercedes grille. And I really like the way the blacked out version looks as opposed to like the chrome emblem. Not too big of a fan of logos, but the way this one blends in really does it for me. So when we bought this van, it was already painted with Raptor liner, which is this texture finish you see here on the van. But it was terrible, and it was really patchy. And at first I was gonna rock with it, just think, hey, it's a patchy van. Maybe nobody will ever know that there's a nice setup inside, and just like roll with it. And then the nicer the inside started to look, the more I could not sit with the outside being ugly. So what I did is I recoated the entire thing to make it look really clean and well put together and well finished. And like I said, I did the same thing for coating the front grille. And it has just this nice grainy texture that everybody compliments and like loves to rub their hand across and everything like that. And it came out pretty sweet. It was a daunting job for somebody painting their first vehicle, but I like the way it came out. Okay, so this is a 2006 Sprinter 3500. For those of you who don't know, they come with really teeny, like Corolla-sized wheels and tires. And for a big rig like this, it just wasn't the vibe we were going for. So we decided to step it up to 16-inch wheels, and we have these Cooper Discover tires. They have a really rugged finish, and we love them, and they help us get out of some sticky situations in the mud and sand, etc. And they give the van like an overall tough, rugged look. So in addition to the paint job, we added like this black strip here at the bottom that's also in bed liner. We did that because we used to have our van fully red, and we noticed that when it was fully red, the bottom would be completely dirty anyway. So to make up for that, we added this nice black strip that goes across the bottom and lines up with how we have a black bumper right here. It just lines up with it real nice. And it makes it, honestly, that we don't have to wash it as often, and it still looks good. All right, back here we got a nice ladder to get up top. And the reason we have that ladder to get up top is, well, we have kind of a one-of-a-kind thing going on up here. Up here, we have a roof deck, and on our roof deck, we have 2 solar panels, 200 watts each. We have some recovery tracks just in case we get stuck in the mud somewhere, which with our tires, hopefully not. I have a ladder for some of my work. And the main thing we have up here that's kind of crazy, but also kind of cool, is a basketball hoop. So one reason I put this hoop on top of the van is that I love basketball. I played basketball in college. And the idea is that I can play anywhere I go. The second reason is that I have a nonprofit organization in Baltimore that focuses on rebuilding basketball courts. It's called Build Baltimore. We go to various courts throughout the city and county, and we refurbish courts that need refurbishing, add rims, paint the backboards, paint lines on the court, etc. So the Build Baltimore logo is the logo for the nonprofit. So when we ride around, everybody sees Build Baltimore, asks what it is. It's our nonprofit, and it's a good way to advertise. What would a basketball hoop be without a basketball? So we have this drawer here on a 48-inch drawer slide, holds all our shoes as well as basketball. It's also regulation 10 feet. So if you actually want to get honest practice in, this is a good way to do it. What I want to say is, first thing, you look at a lot of these videos, there are tons of videos on tiny home tours. You look at our van and you see, oh man, this is a really nice van. How did he do that? How did they afford that? And it's very glamorized, but I just want to let you know that this lifestyle is accessible to a lot of people. You just have to kind of like lower your bougie a little bit.
Lower your standards.
Yeah, we traveled in a minivan with, I'd say you needed about $2,000 total for the van and maybe the bed that we put in the back. And that's really all there was to it. And we had just as much freedom then as we do now with this van with solar panels and a stove and all that. It's just a matter of breaking free from the things that limit you. In terms of my nonprofit, the way that you can support me the most is not necessarily by donating, to be honest with you. The way that you can support me the most is by doing something in your own community that you see that needs to be done, regardless of if it has to do anything with basketball or whatever it is that you see that's needed and you think somebody should do something about it. For once, just make that somebody you and see how far it'll go.
If you want to support or subscribe, our YouTube channel is Ahava Life. Our Instagram is a.h.a.b.a, Ahava with periods all throughout. So yeah, we're just basically making videos showing our travels, but more than that, we're trying to make videos to show people a different way of life.
Thanks for coming by to check out our van. We hope to see you on the road, and I hope that you hit me up if you need a van built out. Thank you. Take care.